Fishing has long been a vital part of human civilization, providing sustenance, economic opportunity, and cultural significance. However, as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, the methods we use to harvest our oceans are under scrutiny. In today's video, we dive deep into the world of fishing, exploring the two contrasting methods, artisanal and industrial techniques. Each approach has its own unique impact on our oceans, economies, and communities, and understanding these differences is crucial for fishing's future. Let's start by defining what we mean by artisanal fishing. Artisanal fishing refers to small-scale, traditional practices that are often community-based. These fishermen typically use small boats and hand-operated gear, such as nets, lines, and traps. The focus is on sustainability, with a strong emphasis on local ecosystems and the preservation of fish populations. Artisanal fishing is not just a means of livelihood, it is a way of life, deeply intertwined with cultural heritage and local traditions. Fishermen often pass down their knowledge through generations, ensuring that techniques and respect for the ocean are preserved. On the other hand, industrial fishing represents a stark contrast. This method employs large vessels, advanced technology, and often unsustainable practices to harvest fish on a massive scale. Industrial fishing operations can involve trawlers that sweep the ocean floor, long lines that stretch for miles, and purse seines that encircle entire schools of fish. While this method can yield significant quantities of fish, it often comes at a cost. Overfishing, bycatch, and habitat destruction are rampant issues associated with industrial practices. The sheer scale of industrial fishing raises questions about the long-term viability of our oceans and the future of fish populations. As we explore these two fishing worlds, it's essential to consider the environmental implications. Artisanal fishing has a relatively low environmental impact. Because these fishermen are often more attuned to the rhythms of the ocean, they typically avoid overfishing and employ selective methods that minimize bycatch. Many artisanal fishers practice seasonal fishing, allowing fish populations to recover and thrive. Their intimate knowledge of local ecosystems enables them to fish responsibly, ensuring that their practices are sustainable for future generations. In contrast, industrial fishing frequently leads to overexploitation of fish stocks. The relentless pursuit of profit drives these operations to harvest as much as possible, often disregarding the ecological balance. Trawling, for example, can devastate seafloor habitats, destroying the very ecosystems that support marine life. Moreover, the issue of bycatch, the unintended capture of non-target species, can be staggering. Millions of tons of marine life are discarded each year, leading to a significant loss of biodiversity. The consequences of these practices ripple through the ocean, affecting not only fish populations, but also the communities that rely on them. Economically, both artisanal and industrial fishing play crucial roles, but they do so in different ways. Artisanal fishing often supports local economies by providing jobs and sustenance to coastal communities. The fish caught are typically sold in local markets, contributing to regional food security. Furthermore, because artisanal fishers tend to operate on a smaller scale, they can often adapt more quickly to changing market demands and environmental conditions. In contrast, industrial fishing contributes significantly to the global economy. Large-scale operations can create jobs and provide affordable seafood to consumers worldwide. However, this comes with a caveat. The profits from industrial fishing often flow to distant corporations rather than local communities, leaving many coastal regions impoverished despite their proximity to abundant marine resources. The economic disparities created by these contrasting fishing methods highlight the need for a balanced approach that considers both local livelihoods and global demand. Culturally, artisanal fishing is rich with traditions and stories that reflect the identity of coastal communities. From the techniques used to the rituals surrounding fishing, these practices are steeped in history. They foster a sense of belonging and connection to the ocean, embodying a stewardship that has been cultivated over centuries. In many regions, artisanal fishing is not just an economic activity. It is a way to maintain cultural heritage and community cohesion. Industrial fishing, however, often lacks this cultural connection. The focus on efficiency and profit can lead to a disconnection from the ocean and the communities that depend on it. As fishing becomes more industrialized, the stories and traditions associated with artisanal practices risk being lost. This cultural erosion can have profound implications for community identity and the intergenerational transfer of knowledge. As we look to the future, it is clear that we need to find a balance between these two fishing methods. Sustainable practices must be prioritized to ensure the health of our oceans and the livelihoods of those who depend on them. This is where innovative solutions come into play. By integrating technology with traditional knowledge, we can develop fishing practices that are both efficient and sustainable. For example, using data and analytics to monitor fish populations can help artisanal fishers make informed decisions, while also providing industrial operations with the tools to minimize their environmental impact. Additionally, supporting policies that promote sustainable fishing practices is crucial. Governments and organizations must work together to create frameworks that protect fish populations and support local communities. This includes enforcing regulations on industrial fishing, promoting sustainable certifications, and investing in community-based fisheries management. Ultimately, the future of fishing lies in our ability to respect the ocean and its resources. By valuing both artisanal and industrial techniques, we can create a more equitable and sustainable fishing industry. The choices we make today will determine the health of our oceans for generations to come. As consumers, we have the power to support sustainable practices by choosing seafood that is responsibly sourced and advocating for policies that protect our marine ecosystems. In conclusion, fishing is not merely an economic activity. It is a complex interplay of culture, environment, and community. By understanding the differences between artisanal and industrial techniques, we can make informed choices that contribute to a sustainable future. Together, let's advocate for practices that honor the ocean, support local communities, and ensure that fishing remains a viable way of life for generations to come. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for more content on sustainable practices and the future of our planet.